let's welcome every group to give us the comments. And first, we will welcome group 3 to give us comments.
Hello, and we are group 3, and I'm Liang. She's Yan, Yihai, and Pei. So first, I want to give the positive comment to Yuxuan. First, I think her voice is loud enough, and Yuxuan, Doreen, Yang Yuxuan. Okay, so I think her voice is loud enough, and she maintained a very strong eye contact, and she dressed very formally. But I want to give some suggestion to you, because I think your page number color can turn into white, so it can be more clear. And the context word color can change also, because the name I can see very clearly. And some word will be hide by the background, so I think you can change the color. And your speed is too fast, so I think you can slow down and be more confident. So this is my comment. I will give the floor to Yancy. Thank you.
And Yancy, first, I want to say sorry to you. I wear the wrong shoe. I will remember next week. And I want to give some suggestion to Yohong. I think you can be loudly and have more vocal variety in conversation. And in preposition exercise, I think you can give the candy after the audience answer the question. Yes, this is my comment. I will give the floor to Yihan.
Hi, my name is Yihan, and I want to sorry too. I'm not dressed formally. I wear the wrong shoes, and I will fix it next time. And I want to give some comments on Yiqi. I think his voice is loud enough, and he's dressed formally, and the context is very clear and detailed to let us know what are the standard operating procedure for the emergencies. And he will use his own words to explain the sentence meanings or add extra information. I think it is very good. But I have one suggestion for Yiqi. I think you can't move your body too often during your presentation, or it will be distracting to the audience. And this is my comment. I will give a floor to Pei Chen.
Hi, I'm Pei Chen. As in my part, I will be judging on Xu Yuxuan's performance. And I think the background of PPT can change another color because it's too light. And first, I have some positive comments. She used 2 pictures to explain 2 different cultures and a video. I think it's very interesting. And her voice is loud enough. She has some gestures and eye contact. Her voice is loud enough, and her pronunciation is very well, and she used her own words to explain, so that we can easily to understand. And second, I have some suggestions. She will have some unwanted words like and however all of them show their best performance. And then I want to give a floor to group 4.
Good afternoon, we are group 4. I'm Ke Ru, she is Wen Xuan, and she is Qian Ru. Today I want to give a brief comment to Yang Yuxuan and Yohong. At first I will talk Yuxuan's part. Yuxuan speaks a little bit fast, but after Dr. Liang noticed, she corrected this problem, so it is not a big deal. In warming up, she introduced some interesting convention. All of them looks interesting for me.
To me.
To me. For me. To me.
Two or four.
To me.
I want to apologize. apologize for
For
you,
you.
or I want to apologize to you.
To apologize to.
Good.
Thank you. And there are some problems in conversations part. Conversations part. In these two sentences, you forget to put period in the end of the sentence. Yesterday. In this part, O should be capitalized, but K should be capitalized too. Okay. Yes, this is my part of Yu Xuan. And now is Yo Hong's part. In precision practice, Yo Hong is considerate. She will invite us to repeat the answer. This behavior can help us to concentrate on PowerPoint. Overall, all of them did a great job on the PowerPoint and the presentation. I will give a floor to Wen Xuan.
Hi, I'm Wen Xuan. I'll talk about Yiqi. And his voice is loud enough and he always maintains eye contact to the audience. The whole process is smooth, but I think
eye contact to the audience. Correct your preposition. Maintains eye contact to.
with
Good.
with the audience.
Rephrase the sentence again.
He always maintains eye contact with the audience.
Good.
The whole process is smooth, but I think he is a little nervous, so the speed is quick. Sometimes I can't keep up with him. And in the beginning, he talks about SOP, but I can't really understand what he wants to say to us. So maybe he can say what topic he wants to talk about next time, so the audience will understand what he wants to say immediately. And on page 25, he types wrong words. And number 2, get out and cold walnut get. You type got. And on the 26th, number 3, don't smoke. You type smoke. Yes. And
Do you need to capitalize smoke?
okay, and this is the end of my comments. I'll give the floor to Qianru.
Hi, I'm Qianru. I'm going to give some comments to Xu Yuxuan. First, I think she has strong eye contact and keeps smile in the presentation. Second, her pronunciation is good and clear. I like her voice. She always uses vocal and variety to add impact. Third, in her high and low content culture class, she introduced very detailed difference of taking picture and easy understand what her main talk about. There are one suggestion to Yuxuan in conclusion part. I think their high content culture and high and low. They are more clear about our audience. This is all about our group comments. I will give also group 5.
Okay, let's welcome group 5 to give us comments.
we are group 5. I'm Zihan, she's Jiazhen, and she's Minzhu. First, I want to give some comments to Yang Yuxuan.
Give comments to
Give comments to
to
give comment on Yang Yuxuan. And first, she wears formally today, and I can feel like she memorized her scripts very well, but you speak really too fast, and there's no pause during your speech. I think you can have a stop between sentence and sentence that the audience know what you want to explain better. And also there is a difference in vocabulary part. In the folk out last night, and the font style of Chinese word is different from the others. Thank you. And like Carlo mentioned before, in conversation part, you have some, you don't, maybe it is a tiny point, but I think you can watch out twice after the presentation. I think you will be better in the future. And I will give the floor to Jiazhen.
Hi, my name is Jiazhen. I want to give some comments to Yang Yuxuan, Xu Yuxuan. I think she dressed up very well and have a stable stage performance. She always maintains very strong eye contact. As usual, I think your voice is beautiful and sounds comfortable. I really like your pronunciation and your voice tone. In high and low context culture, I like your example. They are very interesting and you explain very precisely. Maybe sometimes you stuttered and forgot a line, but as a whole, you really did a great job. This is the end of my comment. I want to give the floor to Minju.
Hello, I'm Minju. I'm going to give some positive comments on Yo Hong. I like her pronunciation and articulation and her own way to have the emotion in the conversation part with Yuxuan and in conversation practice. It's great to ask audience to repeat the answer again. I don't find a big problem in your presentation. You do a great job. And I also want to give some comment to Ishi. He is energetic as usual and powerful always. But you got a little pronunciation practice. The discussion, I forget what you said before, but the pronunciation discussion is, yeah. But 你刚刚好像说 discussion. Okay, just a little problem. Okay. And I have a suggestion for you in page 25. On page 25. Yeah. Maybe this sentence can add some highlight, like red color on your point, like maybe like this and fire. Okay, I think they will catch the audience eye more. This is just my opinion.
and you also need to add period because they are all sentences.
Oh yeah. 对。Yeah, 不是对。
Forgot to say that.
you can fix later. Okay, and as Wenxuan mentioned, on page 26, I think you want to express smoke, 抽烟, not smog, 照相. Overall, you did a great job. This is our comments. I will give the floor to group 6.
Hello everyone, we are group 6. I'm Yizi and she is my group member, Jenny. Today I'm going to give some positive comments on Liang Yuxuan and Hong's performance. First, as for Yuxuan's part, she had good pronunciation and fluent process, but I think she is very nervous, so she keep speed up his conversation and sentence. I think she can feel more confident on her performance. And as for Hong's part, it is good to repeat the sentences on the preposition practice. It makes a deeper impression of the prepositions. And also, she speaks very confident and has stable performance. But however, I think in the conversation scenario 1, the word on your cell phone is a little bit small. I think you will have some pause in your sentence, and you can use our books to see. And my comments. This is my comments. I will give the floor to Jenny.
Hello everyone, my name is Zheng Yi. Today I will be judging on Yi Qi and Xu Yuxuan's performance. First, I will be focused on Yi Qi's part. Firstly, his voice is powerful from the beginning to the end, and the topic is clear and useful. I think it's very good that he tried to use his own words to explain the content in the activity 1. However, I have a suggestion for him, just like Yihan mentioned. He tend to swing his body during the speech, and I think it may bother the audience attention. As for Yuxuan's performance, first, her voice sounds very comfortable and fluently. And second, the topic she chose is very interesting, no matter in a habit of taking picture or in a Instagram post. And however, I have a suggestion for her is I am a little bit confusing on page 34 and page 37. I think she put the wrong position on the high and low context culture, because Taiwan is belong to high context culture and Japan is belong to high context culture. Yes. And then the above is our comments for group 2, and I will give the floor to group 7.
Hello, I'm Yiren. She is Yingji. I will give my comments on Hong and Yang Yuxuan. Yuxuan, I think you can more confident because when you speech it's too fast, so it looks very nervous. And when you give the floor to Hong, you forget to turn on the microphone. But I like your tone when you present the conversation. It's very vivid. And Hong, when you you present the conversation, you are very vivid too. And maybe because of your so it's not your voice is not very clear, but you speak slowly so we can understand what you say. I think you did a good job. And it's my comments. I will give the floor to Yijing.
I'm going to give comments on Xu Yushen and Yiqi's performance. First for Yiqi, he dresses formally and he speaks loudly. He also has good eye contact with the audience. And his presentation is fluent. Finally, here are some pronunciation I think you should pay more attention to. Like evacuation, you pronounce as like evacuation. And exit, you pronounce as exist. And on the PowerPoint page 29. The period after natural disaster, I think you should delete. And page 30. Oh, and for Yushen, she speaks loudly and clearly. The speed of her presentation is proper. She also smiles while presenting. Finally, my suggestion to her is that I think you can avoid unwanted words like and unnatural pause. And on the PowerPoint page 37, like Zhenyi mentioned before. Overall, they all did a great job. The above are our comments. I would like to give the floor to Group 1.
Hello everyone, we're Group 1 and I'm Jin Jin. They are Chunyu, Yi Zhen, and Jian Yihan. And today I'll give some comments on Liang Yushen's performance. And I think she had a fluent speech and she had vocal variety during the conversation with Hong. But still, I want to give you some suggestions. First is that you speak too fast in the beginning, and when you're talking about the definition of exceed, you mispronounce the allowed into allow. Yeah. And I have a question is that in your conversation, the Taiwan's wage, hourly wage. Yes, I think the current hourly wage should be 160. So you correct the. So it should be 160. Yes, and yes. But I think they are very good to follow the current news instead of following the books.
instead. And so the total of the following should be, okay, thank you. And I will give a floor to Chunyu.
Good afternoon, I'm Chunyu. Today I'll give the comments and suggestions on Yo Hong. And first, I think you have good facial expression and strong eye contact. And also, I like the moderate speaking speed. It sounds comfortable. And also, just like most people mentioned, you will ask us to repeat the sentences in the preposition practice, and it can make us more familiar with the content. But there are some suggestions. First, I think your conversation is a little bit, you have some unwanted pauses. So I think that you can practice more next time. And you have mispronounced in unnecessary and unplanned. You pronounce in unnecessary and unplanned. And I think some of your pages you have black words with the green background. Just like most people mentioned that I can see the words clearly. So I think next time you should change the other colors. And last point is that I think your content is a little bit insufficient. I mean that next time you can allocate the jobs more equally. And these are my comments. I will give the floor to Yizhen.
Good afternoon, I'm Ethan, and today I will give some positive comments on 一起来一起. Firstly, she wears formally today. He wears formally today. Sorry, he. And in discussion, question, and activity in his part, he tries to use his own words to explain all his content. And I know how to deal with the emergency situation in his part. And I can tell that he practiced a lot and made a lot of effort on his content. But the speed of his speaking is a little too fast. So I think you can slow down your speed and follow your speed. It will be better. And I have one suggestion. When you speak, you will keep moving your body, like shaking or a little too much, yes. And overall, I think he improved a lot, and he is more steady than before. Yes, and this is my comment. I will give the floor to Yihan.
Hi, I'm Yihan. I'll give some comments to Xu Yushen. I think she presents her parts smoothly and explains the presentation by her own words. And also in the high and low context culture part, she puts the appropriate pictures for the audience to see. Although I have some suggestions for her. Sometimes she has unwanted words like and like 引景 and Zhen Yi mentioned before on page 34 and 37, the high and low context culture they was put in the wrong place. And I would like to in the references part, the vocabularies are a little bit messy.
Because of that painting.
Yes, yes, it's a little bit messy.
And how would you suggest this?
They can put the vocabulary in bullet button way. Yeah.
Could you correct that now?
Or I can highlight the vocabulary is fine. Yeah.
can correct it after.
Okay, now could you repeat this part? References?
References.
No, I mean, how do you introduce this part? Oh. Just take the first one as an example. You can correct the rest of them later.
Okay, this is our references part, and you should search all of the vocabularies on Cambridge Dictionary. Just the first one off, and second one exceed, the third one expenditure, fourth one consult, like this.
This is a very good review of all the vocabulary. If possible, ask them to repeat. For example, we look at the word one off. Please repeat after me. Did you do that again?
Can you repeat again?
No, you ask them to repeat.
Please repeat after me. Repeat what? The first one off.
One off.
Yeah.
One off.
The second one exceed.
Exceed.
The third one expenditure.
Expenditure.
Okay, the fourth one consult.
Consult.
The last one amendment. Good. Okay.
So next time, if you show us the references, you show us the word first. Then tell us the sources of the dictionary or the meaning or the definition.
And this is the end of our comments. I'll give the floor back to group 2.
Okay, thanks every group for giving us the precise comments. And this part, we will give our feedback to you. And first, I'm Yushen, and first I want to thank to Dr. Liang for giving us the chance to work with my teammate the second time. And I feel I'm so lucky because we have 4 people and we can separate the work into different small parts so that we can get to work together in the efficient time. And second, I want to thank to Yushen because that in my high and low contest part, I'm confused or I have no idea to choose the topic, so I discussed with her in the beginning. And I want to thank to everyone for giving us the precise comments, and especially Zhenyi and Yingjing like say to me to correct I think it's severe, to me it's the severe problems in the high and low contest part. Yeah, so I will be careful the next time, and I will give the floor to Yushen.
My name is Yushen. First, I want to thank Dr. Liang to give me this chance to work with my team members, and I think they are hardworking and efficient. And thank you for giving me this comment that I can improve next time. And this is my feedback. I will give the floor to Iqi.
Okay, my name is Iqi. First is thanks Dr. Liang to give us some useful suggestions. And you look beautiful and pretty today. And we have some a question to ask you. Where did you buy your shoes? Your shoes looks beautiful. Okay. And second, thank you give us some useful feedback so that we can devise our mistake next time. And finally, thanks my team members. Because if I encourage some questions, that will help me to deal with these problems. Okay, this is my comment. This is my feedback. I'll give the floor to Yoho.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Yoho. First, I want to thank you, Dr. Liang, to give me this chance to work with my teammate, and they're really hardworking. And also thank you Yanzi gave me the suggestion that I can practice more to emphasize, like improve my vocal variety and facial expression, and also try to give comments on me, say that I'm responsible for like a small part of this presentation. That's because I have some own stuff I need to do this week. So my teammate do have large part of this presentation, and they help me a lot. I really I thank them very much. And yeah, this is my feedback, and I'll give the floor to Yushen.
Okay, this is the feedback from our group, and the next one we will choose the best commentator today. Today's best commentator we goes to group 6. Okay, please give them a big hand, and I will explain why. Because that today they only have two group members, but they have to be in charge of 4 parts of us. I think they need to be work hard. And next is that Zhenyi is the first one to mention that my high and low contest type the wrong place in the whole table. I think that means that they pay really attention to my part. I feel so good. Okay. I will give the floor to group 6 again.
Thanks, group.
Do you have a background for best commentator?
Thanks, group 2, to choose us to be a best commentator.
Group 6. They're on camera. Okay. Good.
And we are group 6. And I'm Yizi, she is my group member, Jenny. And today I will give some positive comments on Yang Yushen and Youhong's part. Again, first, as for Yushen's part, I think she has very fluent process and good pronunciation. And however, I think she was very nervous. She will speed up her speed, and it may cause me a little bit confuse your contact. And overall, I think she did a good job on her presentation. And as for Youhong's part, it is good to repeat the conversation sentences on preposition practice. It makes a deeper impression of preposition, and also have a confident performance and stable performance. And however, I think she is strenuous when she is demonstrated the conversation part with Yushen. And I suggest that you can use our book to demonstrate your part. It will be more clear to see. And this is my comment. I will give the floor to Jenny.
Good. Should make her comments remaining strong eye contact with the audience and everyone. Let's give her a big hand. She wasn't reading from her cell phone or script. She was talking. Good.
Hello everyone, my name is Zhenyi, and I also want to thank Group 2 for choosing us as the best commentator. This is our first time to be chosen as a best commentator. And I will be judging on Yiqi and Xu Yushen's performance. First, I will be focused on Yiqi's part. Firstly, his voice is very powerful, like always, and the topic is very clear and useful. And in the activity 1, he tried to use his own word to explain the context. I think it's very good. And however, the suggestion is like many one mentioned, he tend to swing his body during the speech, and I think it may bother the audience attention, so I think he can improve next time. As for Yuxuan's part, like always, her voice is very comfortable and fluently. And the topic she chose today is very interesting, no matter in the habit of taking picture or Instagram post. And finally, on the page 34 and the page 37, the wrong position in the high and low context culture, she has corrected it immediately. So I think it's no problem now. And finally, I want to thank again for group 2. And I will give a floor to group 2.
Okay, thanks group 6 to give us the comments again. And today we finish our report and we are group 2. And thank you everyone. Yeah.